Hi, I want to show you another thing, another problem that is a problem for me, and I think it will be an issue for many developers. It's not the bug, so I'm emphasizing this from the beginning so nobody from Nutmeg will argue with me whether it is or it's not the bug, but it's something that is very uh, disturbing and some feature that is very easy to implement and it's missing. And I keep asking about this for a long time, and here it is. I presented it in another video, but I realized that my sound recording was very poor because I didn't have, I mean, I used my built-in camera microphone, which was too far away. So I hope this time I would sound better and you can hear me clearly. So here's the problem. I have a project here which consists of about 420 or so apps. When I go here to all applications, for example, and I want to find where any particular app is located on my hard drive, there is no way I can tell that. So I really want two things here. First is to make the header for this list permanent so we won't scroll, and that should be super easy to do and fix. And the second thing is add another column here where I can list and see the folders. The best idea would be, I might be asking too much, but the best idea would be to allow to select columns, which columns can be shown or not, because I understand that in many environments when the screen is small, somebody's working on the net notebook. This might be a little too much, but as you see, I'm using 4K monitor and so tons and plenty of space. So the only way I can get the information about the path where the app is located, I have to open it and I have to scroll down here to the settings. No, I'm sorry, it's not the settings, not here, not in the summary. It's application settings right here. Yeah, and then I have to look it up here. And to make things even worse, there is tons and tons of space. You see here on the left and on the right. And the NetBank developers have some kind of, I don't know, mental problem or some kind of disease that they make everything, all the fields are always not big enough. And this was probably fine in the era when somebody was using like 800 by 640 resolution. Nobody's using this anymore. So I don't know. On average, we're using 1024 vertically and up, and I'm using 4K. So there is plenty of room, even for the lower resolution monitors. There's still plenty of room, and you guys really need to resize those fields because that's a pain in the butt. And so when I want to see the full path here, I have to look. I have to go and scroll this. So now I want you to imagine that I need to find some app and I need to do the same thing 420 times to find out. That's crazy, isn't it? Yes. So this is very, sounds at least to me, very simple to add this extra column. The problem is that I requested so many different little small changes and fixes, which should not take more than maybe from 3 minutes to 15 minutes. Some of them may be like half an hour. And out of the things that I requested so far, the one thing was done, which is code snippets. Of course, that probably was not the only one that requested it, but That's the only thing that was implemented into IDE, and I would say 90% of other things are not. So you guys at NetMake really need to start listening to what the users want, because for some reason you have your own agenda, and that agenda doesn't comply with most other users' needs. I don't need the fancy stuff like improving the so-called SQL builder or database builder, because I can do this outside of Scriptcase easily. I don't need a million different charts, and I don't need what else, the database schematics, the scheme for the database, because there's tons and tons free tools that I can do. So all these features for me not really that important. Not even the code snippets, because I can keep code snippets in my editor. So that was kind of like fancy request, and I would really appreciate if you put your attention and time and energy to implement things that users want the most. And for that reason, we have this survey on the Facebook, in the Facebook group, where people can express what they're looking for. And of course, your forum, on the Scriptcase forum, there is also lots of requests, and I don't really see many of them fulfilled. So I really would like to request from NetMake much better interaction and cooperation with the users. So I think that's it for now. I just wanted to show you how this can be improved, and that's only one little thing. There's probably many more. Let me just show you one more thing, because it's just related to the same topic that I was discussing here, which is the fields. Because, for example, if we go to the application language, let me open it. And just look at this. How crazy is this? This is absolutely insane to have so much room on the screen. So on my screen it's 50%, but even if I resize this to the pretty small size, my browser, you see there is still plenty of room. And why can't you just go and resize those fields so I don't have to scroll on every single field to read the data and information? This is as inconvenient as it gets. So please, I requested that probably a million times, but please do the changes and improve the IDE, because in while it's not terribly bad, but there are certain areas and places where IDE for Scriptcase simply sucks. So that's one area, and another area is simply the editor, because the editor is just like resembles me the notepad from Windows 3.1. Even that one probably had more features. So improve the help, because this editor has no help at all. I still don't know how to do the search and replace. And I probably could find it somewhere online, but why would I have to spend time and watch the video and ask other people if I should be able to just click F1, go to help, and see how to do the search? There is nothing about that, nothing about the replace. So these are things that need to be improved, and the editor needs to be really replaced with something a little better than we have right now. So that's it for now. Thank you for your attention, and till next time. Bye.